I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. And I go out. Yes, in case you didn't know, the Proclaimers singing right now. If you don't know that, get yourself some awesomeness glasses because you're missing out. Yes, we're going British because we're going over Kingsman the Secret Service. I know, finally, right? You guys have been asking me for days, but it's here and we're ready to go. So let's see, the Kingsman, let's start. I say let's just start here. It's pretty British. I mean, very British. Look, alright. I know it's set in London, sometimes, but sometimes, especially with certain British actors, it's very hard to understand their dialogue, especially when their dialogue comes from a British writer or a British director. They tend to use different dialogue than Americans. But it was still awesome. It was still good. But the cast is actually quite amazing. Basically, you only recognize them unless you actually physically know them. But most of them, you got, let's see, you got Colin Firth, Jack Davenport. If you don't know Jack Davenport, he was Norrington in Pirates of the Caribbean. You had Mark Strong, Michael Caine, Sam L. Jackson. Yes, not British, but yes, that's Sam Jackson. Mark Hamill, yeah. Luke Skywalker. I mean, come on, how awesome is that? And then you have, it's just a group. I was shocked to beyond compare, but I mean, it really tends to focus on a new blood here named Taron or Tarpon Egerton. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Travis? Yeah. He's telling me yes, so I'm just gonna go with it. This was actually I did the research on him. This is like actually his only biggest thing. Next to only like a continuous role on the Smoke. No, some show on the BBC that's probably like a big hit. And but I'm not surprised. It all worked really well together. They had good chemistry. For when they went against each other, it was actually really cool. But I mean, I really enjoyed, especially the premise here. A spy organization that works underground to protect the citizens of their great country. Weird. Now that I'm thinking about it, has anyone else seen that before? I don't know. Whatever. It's still liked because of what it still did well. It's still a great movie. Because not of what it's about, but how it's done and how it was dealt with, and that's where this movie comes from. It's about this kid trying to save what's left of his childhood or what's left of him. He's trying to be something that he's always wanted to be, that he has the talent for it, and that he wants to do something about it, but he never had the chance until now, which is why I like this premise. It kind of sucks where they go with it, and also a little bit predictable on where they go. Just a little bit, not like completely predictable, unless you're psychic or something and you actually figured it out. But it was actually really great. I did like the castmates here. I liked the adrenaline rush that you get. I was actually on edge the whole entire time because I physically I wanted to know what was going to happen throughout the rest of the film, especially to this kid and to his partners in this movie. And the gadgets are just as awesome as just in James Bond. I mean, it pretty much, I feel like that's what it branches off on a little bit. It's kind of a James Bond organization where, like I said, it was underground. It's British. They work. They work. They work through that. They try to protect the country that they're stationed in, that they love. So it works out on most spectrums. I know a lot of people don't like this movie. I know a lot of people didn't really see it. I'm actually physically telling you right now to go check this movie out. I'm actually going to buy it when it comes out on DVD in a few months. It was actually really fun to watch. Especially Mark Hamill in this like weird role. Like it's not really even a cameo. Like he shows up at least once or twice. So you know, it's not just a one-shot wonder here, but it was enjoyable throughout the whole movie. I like the kid was actually really good, despite the swagger attitude. I hate that generation. I hate most generations. Anything after the 90s, basically, or 2000s, I guess. You know, even 2000s, I hate them. They're like horrible people. Oh god, it's 2015. Like in a few years, we're gonna be carding those bastards. We probably are now, but I digress. Look, go see this movie. Check it out. It's really cool, really fun with a fun cast to watch. It's pretty funny, actually. I wasn't expecting it to be a comedy per se, but it actually comes off to be one. I mean, give it up to the British for giving a spy drama as a comedy. So big ups to them. Check it out. Also, check out our channel with all this fun and awesomeness of the Gare Bear and all we have to offer. Also, follow me on Twitter and Instagram on the Gare Bear, at the Gare Bear. No E on the. Check me out there. Also, stay tuned for our next adventure, which I believe we're going to go over some internet bullying in Unfriended, where a ghost apparently kills people online. So that should be fun. Stay tuned, guys. Bye.